Shortage, a new report suggests the FDA is in need of a major overhaul when it comes to food safety in the U.S.
In the United States, the primary federal law governing the safety of your personal care products, the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, has not seen a major overhaul since 1938. That is nearly a century of regulatory stagnation. If you have this iconic red stick sitting on your bathroom counter, you are an unwitting participant in a massive multi-generational biological experiment. We aren't here to critique scents today. We are here to perform an audit on endocrine divergence. I've deconstructed the label of the most popular deodorant stick in America, and what the U.S. allows you to smear into your pores is categorized as a substance of very high concern in 27 other countries. Think about the geography of your body. Your underarms are one of the most permeable areas of your skin, densely packed with sweat glands and sitting directly atop your lymphatic system. You think you're smelling like a man? Independent research suggests you might be marinating in a chemical signal that tells your biological systems to down-regulate. While the high-budget commercials show you a man on a horse or an NFL superstar, the forensic reality of the label reveals a cocktail of industrial-grade stabilizers. Stick around, because in the second half of this audit, I'm revealing the digate additive, a coal tar derivative that acts as a delivery vehicle for these chemicals. It's the one ingredient they hope you never search for in a toxicology database. Let's pull back the curtain on the single most dangerous word on any label: fragrance. On the back of an Old Spice high-endurance stick, fragrance is listed as a single ingredient. This is what we call the proprietary veil. Because of a legal loophole designed to protect trade secrets, companies can hide a mixture of up to 3,000 different chemicals under this one word without ever disclosing them to you, the consumer. When independent labs perform gas chromatography on mass-market fragrances, they consistently find phthalates, specifically diethyl phthalate, DEP, the EU shield. In the European Union, many phthalates are strictly restricted or banned under the REACH regulation because they are classified as potential endocrine disruptors. These compounds are fixatives. Their only job is to make that synthetic scent stick to your skin for 24 hours. But studies suggest that once these phthalates pass the skin barrier, they can act as estrogen mimics. While you are at the gym pushing for peak performance and trying to optimize your natural T levels, this trade secret mask is introducing synthetic compounds that can jam your hormonal receptors. You aren't just applying a scent. You are applying a bioaccumulative chemical layer that persists long after your shower. Flip the stick over and look for BHD, butylated hydroxytoluene. The label admits it's there, but the marketing department hopes you don't know what it is. BHD is an antioxidant, but don't let the name fool you. It's not the kind you find in a bowl of blueberries. It is an industrial-grade stabilizer used to prevent oxidation in jet fuel, transformer oil, and high-performance rubber. In your deodorant, its only job is to extend the shelf life of the product so it can sit in a warehouse for years without the oils going rancid. The warning: the European Chemicals Agency, ECHA, has flagged BHD as a substance of concern. Scientific literature has linked it to potential metabolic interference and thyroid disruption in animal studies. The placement: this is the forensic smoking gun. You are applying this industrial stabilizer directly over your axillary lymph nodes. Think of your lymph nodes as the drainage and filtration system for your entire immune system. By applying BHD to this specific area, you are bypassing your body's external defenses. The Ghost signature is simple. The label admits the ingredient, but regulatory loopholes allow them to claim it's safe in small doses. But what happens to the math when you apply those small doses every single morning for 20 years? That isn't safety. That is bioaccumulation. You are using your body as a disposal unit for cheap stabilizers meant for heavy machinery. There is a deep, systemic irony in the Old Spice branding. They use the imagery of high-performance athletes' red zones and symbols of peak masculinity to sell a formula that scientific literature suggests is antagonistic to male biology. This is masculinity simulation. They sell you the aesthetic of vitality while delivering a chemical load that induces hormonal interference. The Old Spice guy is a masterclass in distraction. While he's winking at the camera and making jokes, you aren't noticing that the U.S. version of this formula contains ingredients that would be flagged or seized at the border in many other developed nations. You have to ask yourself, why does a man need to smell like pure sport at the cost of his own endocrine health? You aren't a customer to these global conglomerates. You are a convenient endpoint for their industrial byproducts. It is a simulation of manliness built on a foundation of synthetic, petroleum-based sludge. Now, we reach the revelation of this audit. Artificial colors, blue 1/lay colors. Look at that bright neon blue stick. That color serves zero functional purpose for your hygiene. It is there purely for shelf appeal, to trick your brain into associating the color blue with coolness and freshness. But the forensic truth is that blue 1 is a coal tar derivative. In several international jurisdictions, coal tar dyes are strictly monitored because they can act as skin sensitizers. But here is the ghost secret they don't want you to know. These dyes are often paired with surfactants and penetrants that make your skin barrier more permeable. This means the dye, along with the fragrance chemicals and the BHD, is granted an all-access pass directly into your bloodstream. You are literally painting your lymphatic entry points with coal tar byproducts. They rely on your lack of chemical literacy to keep the stick in your gym bag. They are betting that you'll choose a cool blue aesthetic over your own cellular integrity. The goal of this audit is not to tell you to stop being clean. It is to tell you to stop being a target. Your biology is your only real wealth. It is the foundation of your energy, your drive, and your future. Stop letting multi-billion-dollar corporations tax that wealth for the sake of a $6 stick of blue dye and jet fuel stabilizers. The forensic plan of action. The purge. Throw the stick in the bin. Do not finish it up to save money. Every day you use it is another day of bioaccumulation. The alternative. Look for brands that utilize magnesium or baking soda, if you aren't sensitive to it, to neutralize odor-causing bacteria naturally. The scent. Look for products that list essential oils specifically. If it just says fragrance or parfum, it's a proprietary mask. Walk away. The packaging. Move toward glass or paper packaging. If the chemicals aren't leaching from the formula, they are often leaching from the plastic tube itself. Your body is a temple, not a landfill for industrial byproducts. It's time to stop letting them treat it like one.